Thank you, Lupita. Tonight we hear from a woman who says she was forced to defend herself after a horrifying night in Midtown Tucson. Now, we first told you about the deadly shooting back in March where 46-year-old Seamus Baines was killed. Now the woman who shot him is telling her side of the story. She spoke to News 4 Tucson's Robbie Reynold.
When we first reported the shooting on March 20th, all TPD told us was that Baines had been shot and killed. Police had spoken to all people involved in the incident and no one was arrested. But now the woman who fired the gun is telling her side of the story.
It's been absolutely horrible.
Brianna Myers will never forget that night. She was at her home near Altura Street when her friend invited over a man whom Brianna had never met before, Seamus Baines. Myers says she could tell immediately that something wasn't right.
His first thing that he said to me was, "Who stays here? I'm trying to rent a room from you." And so off top, he didn't even tell me his name yet. So off top, I'm like, dude, weird.
Baines and Myers' friend wanted to go out for the night, and Myers decided to come along. She brought her handgun with her.
I take it with me everywhere I go. Everywhere I go.
Myers says the bizarre and awkward conversations with Baines continued throughout the night, but things took a turn for the worse when they returned to Myers' home. She says she was in the back seat of Baines' extended cab truck. Her friend had gotten out of the car, but Myers' door would not open. Myers says Baines started driving.
I was just begging him to let me out of the car, and he wouldn't. And for 2 blocks, I was begging and pleading with him to just let me out.
Myers says she reached for her gun, originally planning on using it to hit Baines in the head and escape. But then she saw him pull out a black bag from under his seat.
And then that's when I seen him pulling out a firearm. As soon as I seen his gun, I just pointed and shot.
Myers says her friend had gotten into a car and followed them, and police arrived shortly after that. Myers has stayed in contact with police. Right now, she does not face any charges. This case has been turned over to the Pima County Attorney's Office. Robbie Reynold, News 4 Tucson.
And Myers says she's dealing with trauma from that night and that she's taking time off from work now and is going to therapy sessions.